The Xbox's game showcase took place yesterday. Are we getting anything good? Let's discuss. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Alright. So I've been thinking about this quite a bit. I mentioned this a few episodes back that the Xbox, Microsoft confirmed that the Xbox was going to be having their games. They're going to be cross-platform, so you'll be able to play the whatever game comes out on the Xbox One, on the Sexbox, and on PC. And they announced that the games, at least for the next few years, that will be coming out will be cross-platform games, so they will be coming out for all three. So that got me thinking, if I got a good PC, why would I buy the Sexbox? This seems like a really big mistake. I can't really think of a reason why I would get the Sexbox if I already have a good PC. I mean, because I'm already going to get the games, so I don't know. I guess Microsoft, again, is shooting themselves in the foot. Microsoft does this a lot. Like with Sony, I mean, if I want to play their games, I need to get the PS4. That's pretty straightforward. But with Microsoft, they're saying that you're going to be able to get all of them. So why? I mean, I got a good PC. Why in hell would I get the Sexbox? Maybe just to say that I have the Sexbox. I don't know. So they need to show me something in the next few months. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get it. Right now, they did their big big game showcase yesterday, and I'll get into that in a second. But before I forget, as always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at SuperDario_World. Also, follow my Facebook page, Super Dario World, and subscribe to my Twitch and YouTube channels, also Super Dario World. I'm going to be live streaming there with my brother. I can show you this right here with the logo real quick. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific time. That's the plan on YouTube and Twitch until we figure out which one we like better. So, like I said, you can find me there. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into the whole thing because it's a lot. And let's begin with the big one. So for those of you who are watching me on YouTube here, I will be just playing the videos here in the background. They will be on mute. So, I mean, if you want to take a look. For the big thing that Microsoft has, their biggest title is Halo. And so they showed one teaser trailer of the Master Chief's armor being created and how its armor is meaningless unless, you use it properly or whatever. So you have to get inside it. And the other trailer, which is actually the more interesting trailer, let me switch out here, is gameplay trailer. So that's what everybody cared about. That's what everybody wanted to see. It kind of gives us a glimpse of the story. And actually, there's something pretty that I really, really liked in the story here. Well, not specifically in the story, but that I really enjoyed from the trailer. And that's that we got to get a look at the villain. So it's confirmed the villain will be the Vanished. And apparently humanity is it's not a very good situation. You're back in a ring that was destroyed. You have a companion here who is kind of annoying. But let me just move forward here well, you get to see a ton of gameplay. Honestly, the gameplay looks solid. I mean, Halo's gameplay has always been solid. As you can see, they're just driving around in something that's very reminiscent to the original Halo. So Halo Combat Evolved. This game looks a lot like it. So it's a return to form. Like 343 Studios is like, all right, okay, we're giving the fans what they want. We're gonna do a game that looks closer to the original one. Like even you can see that rifle right there looks a lot closer to the rifle that Master Chief used in the original Halo Combat Evolved. They introduced some mechanics. I'm pretty sure you're gonna see here the grappling hook. Everybody's going crazy about the grappling hook. I don't get it. Not a fan. But I mean, whatever. To each their own. The thing I like that thing that they added right there that you can shoot in the knee and they stumble. I'm not sure if that was on the last Halo, but it's a nice little extra thing that you can add that honestly I liked. Like I said, the gameplay looks solid, but to me, the fun thing that they did for this trailer is all the way out here. Let me see, just move forward. And they show you the villain, right? And the villain cuts a WWE style promo, which is just great. He's flat out, straight up doing a WWE promo, like saying, "You did this, I did this. It's going to be an epic battle of the legends, the battle for our careers." You are ha ha ha. It's freaking hysterical. Just for that, I love that trailer. I mean, I'm a big Halo guy. I love the franchise, but that promo, man, is fucking everything. I love it. Now I'm excited because it's rare for a Halo game that you get a, well, at least in the original one, you didn't, the villain did not have like a face. Now afterwards in the subsequent titles, you there's actually like a legit villain. Here, that guy, if we're gonna get more of his promos, I'm in. I'm 100% in. I love when what did they call it in The Incredibles, when the villains monologue? I love it when they monologue. It's great. It's very enjoyable. See right there, straight up cutting a promo. Let me see. I'll just put a little bit of audio here. Whoa, that was really loud.
True test of legends. Our story will outlive us both.
See? A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. That's just great, man. That's just great. That's the world needs more WWE, and you know, more WD, more wrestling stuff. Anyway, moving on. We got, this was a big surprise. Nobody actually saw this one coming, but we got a teaser for the new FABLE. Now, it's not specific. I mean, it wasn't clarified if it's going to be FABLE 3 or if it's going to be a remake of the original FABLE. I think it's going to be a FABLE 3. People are very excited about this one. It was a big title. The thing that made this franchise different is it's that you could make a decision every step of the way, and so you can form your paths. Are you going to be good or are you going to be bad? I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was the first game that did this. The first game I played that did that, I think, was Mass Effect, but by that point, I'm pretty sure FABLE was already out. It looks like it's going to maintain its very dry sense of humor, as you can see there. So it was just a slight tease. It's just confirming that it will happen, and people are very excited about it. FABLE is a big title, so two good things there from Microsoft. Next, we got a trailer for Senua's Saga. By the way, this really annoys me because the first game was called Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. The second game is called Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which is stupid. The trailer doesn't really show you much of the game. It basically tells you the game, you're going to be in Iceland, and we're going to show you Iceland and our team going to Iceland and exploring and looking at the scenery. So, all right, cool. I mean, we'd already seen the trailer for the game before, so I guess it's not a big deal. I don't know. I guess I expected a little bit more. And moving on, this is a new title. It's called Avowed. It's a medieval fantasy game. It looks like it's going to be a very large-scale role-playing game. I'll just move a little bit forward here because just so you can see a little bit of what the gameplay could look like. So it looks like it's going to be a first-person, medieval weapons game with magic. It looks a lot like the Elder Scrolls, and I mean a lot. And right there, it looks like he's the main character, or whoever this is being about to be attacked by a Balrog. You don't really see it. It's just, you know in the Lord of the Rings when the Balrog is coming and you see the fire through a hole, and that you basically see the light coming towards you. That's what it looked like. I guess we need to see more from it before I can actually judge it, but okay. I like medieval fantasy, but we already have the Elder Scrolls, so you need to show me something a little bit different, something special there. Next, we got Forza Motorsport. Full transparency, I'm not a big racing game guy other than, Mario Kart or Crash Bandicoot, because those are ridiculous, and you can do drunk driving with them. That's the specific. I don't mean go out and drink and drive. I mean, like, there's a version of Mario Kart where you play Mario Kart drunk driving. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I can explain that some other day. Anyway, it's a racing game. It looks very realistic, honestly. A part of me was like, was that like legit people? If you care about that stuff, you care about cars, supposedly, it looks great, it runs great, and enjoy. Not, like I said, not a big racing guy. The next trailer kind of bugged me a little bit for a very ridiculous reason, and this is State of Decay 3. State of Decay, it's basically zombie apocalypse. You're out there trying to survive, and you have a multiplayer. It's actually kind of a popular franchise. The thing that really bugs me from this trailer is that the character here comes faced. She's in a forest. She's being eyed down by a wolf, which, by the way, wolves probably would not look at you if you're next to a fire. And her answer to the wolf looking at her, I'll just put the audio here so you can check it out. This is her wolf looking at her, and this is what she does. All right, scares the wolf away, right? Worked. Here's the thing, though. It's a zombie apocalypse, right? It's a zombie fucking apocalypse. So the last thing you want to do is make any noise that attracts attention, especially because later on in the trailer, she finds that exact same wolf being eaten by a zombie reindeer. So it's like, or a zombie buck. I don't. Is there a difference? I don't know. But by a zombie deer, and so it's like, animals can turn into zombies, lady. Why are you making noise and attracting attention to yourself? It's stupid. So those little things bug me, but the game overall, I guess, looks fine. Looks enjoyable. Next, we have a trailer that, if it's the right one, yeah. This one, Crossfire X. First-person shooter. Honestly, basic bitch trailer, basic bitch game. I did not see anything special, and in fact, the fact that they had Billie Eilish singing I'll put a little bit here just so you can check it out. Just a little bit. All right. See, I think that's Billie Eilish. I'm not even sure. There's nothing special from this game. I didn't see anything special. Like, it looks nice, I guess, but nothing that was like, oh, that looks different, that looks exciting. It just looks like a basic bitch game, and we already have Modern Warfare, so why would I play it? I don't know. I guess I need to see a little bit more. Overall, not impressed at all for that one. So next we have a one that actually kind of surprised me. Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. Full transparency, I've never played Warhammer technically, because I do play Total War Warhammer 2. I love it. It kind of took me by surprise because I'm a fan of the Total War franchise, and so I just bought it because, like, oh, look, it's giant lizards and I can play with them in Total War. Done. I can be a dinosaur. Done. And so looking at this game, and there's a bunch of space marines. I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be very similar to the other one. The other one is medieval fantasy warfare. This one looks to be sci-fi, futuristic sci-fi. Okay. Looking from the details of the game, apparently you're going to be part of a recon squad. So it looks like it's going to be 4-player co-op. Whether it's online or in person, I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be online because everything is online now. But it looks kind of cool, honestly. I'm starting to become a fan of the Warhammer franchise, so I'm definitely looking forward to exploring that. Next, we have Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. Basically, online fantasy game. It looks a lot like Final Fantasy, and I mean a lot like Final Fantasy, especially the online ones. It looks a lot like Kingdom Hearts. If you're into that sort of stuff, good for you. It's a third-person RPG, action RPG. Not my cup of tea. Also, the art style, the characters. At first I thought it was kind of like Xenoblade. It looked a lot like Xenoblade Chronicles. Not my cup of tea. I'm not a big online guy. I'm not at all, which is weird because I'm, online a lot. But not big into online gaming. I'd rather do things with people I know, or especially if they're in the room. So. But I don't know. It's a big franchise, I guess. Next, we're moving on to The Medium. The Medium is a horror game, or a psychological thriller, I guess. This one is weird in the sense, and I'll just move this a little bit forward here, because apparently the main character lives within two worlds. Apparently there's 2 dimensions, and she can see both of them. And this game's special because while you play the game, you can see either or both. I don't understand the point of it at all. you would think that you would just want to stay in the one that's the dangerous one, right? But I honestly, I don't know. Like, I'm not big into horror games in general. I'm not big into like these types of games. But if it's your cup of tea, it's your cup of tea, I guess. It's just not mine. So I'll just move on from that one because it's not for me. Moving on, we have The Gunk. This is from the creators of SteamWorld. This is a third-person sci-fi game. Your team lands on a planet that has a weird gunk, and so it changes the landscape. It grows creatures, and there's dangerous enemies out there, and you have to collect it. Not my cup of tea. Not my stuff. Honestly, at first looking at it, I was like, oh, so it's kind of like Luigi's Mansion. You got like a big, like a big vacuum cleaner where you vacuum stuff up instead of vacuuming ghosts. You're vacuuming gunk. But all right, I mean, if you're into that sort of stuff, it's just not my cup of tea. Moving on, we have Tetris Effect Connected, and this is the worst trailer by far. Basically shows you a whole bunch of people with really odd angled cameras happy or grabbing an Xbox controller, and then it turns into like a game of Tetris. Like that guy, I don't think his remote is even on. I'm gonna go back here because I'm pretty sure his remote is not on. Go back, and remote is not on. The remote is not on. I'm pretty sure. Let me see that again. No. Let's see that. See, the remote is not even on. Then he's gonna be pretending to play. It's stupid. Honestly, it's stupid. I hated this trailer. I didn't even know that. I'm assuming it's going to be a free game because I don't know why people would pay to play Tetris anymore, because you can get something very similar to Tetris on your phone very easily. Supposedly this one's different because you'll be able to play with people online, which seems pointless to me. And I don't get why everybody put the camera in the worst possible angle. I don't understand it. It really bugs me. But, they didn't ask me to make this trailer. But yeah, it's definitely the worst one. Moving on, we have Stalker 2. This is a first-person shooter. I did not play the first one, but I believe it's kind of like a... I'll just read you what it says here. Set in the irradiated area of Chernobyl, made infamous by the nuclear disaster. The long-awaited sequel features heavy science fiction elements, and creatures are shown growing in underground labs, and one brave explorer ventures into the unknown. So you're basically exploring Chernobyl and monsters. First-person shooter. Seems kind of fun. I'll check out the first one because I missed it. Next, we got an announcement that there's going to be a DLC for Destiny 2. I don't care much for DLCs. If you've ever listened to me complain about video games, I hate the fact that they would release a video game that's not finished. It drives me nuts. I don't understand how companies can release a video game that's not finished and then charge you afterwards. I've always compared it, like, imagine you go to a restaurant and they give you your steak and it's rare. And it's uncooked. And they're like, all right, well, we can cook it for you. It's going to be an extra $10-$20. Stupid. Or it's gonna be an extra $10-$20 if you want fries or something. It's like, no, I paid for the whole fucking meal. So it annoys me to know. And but there's gonna be a new DLC. It's titled Beyond Light. You can check that out. And I don't even want to put the trailer for it. Next, we have Psychonauts 2. This is a platformer, and the trailer is... Well, they were very excited that they got Jack Black for the trailer, or he's gonna voice a character and he's gonna be singing. And so in the trailer, they show a lot of Jack Black there singing. I picked the trailer where they show you the gameplay. Let me just move it here a little bit forward so you can actually see the gameplay a little bit more. The game looks pretty similar to the first one. Platformer, you're moving around. Not my cup of tea. I'm not a big fan of this style of animation. And honestly, it looks like a GameCube game, like an N64 game. Like they took a few steps back here. I don't see anything that would make me think, oh, this is a next gen game. Other than, I don't know, they got Jack Black to sing a song and voice a character. But all right, I mean, good on you, I guess. Moving on, we have As Dusk Falls. This is a drama game. I believe that they use a specific word to describe it. Let me just see if I can. I think they're going to say it in the trailer, it's very specifically. And visually, it looks pretty interesting. It looks kind of like watercolor type drawings. And it's very interactive drama. It's an interactive drama. Visually, it looks impressive. Like I said, it's a cross between animation and watercolor paintings, but the story just looks dumb. I don't see the point, and it annoys me, so definitely will not be checking that out. Moving on, we have something that looks kind of interesting. The game's called Grounded. It's a third-person game, and it's basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. At least that's what it looks like. It's a bunch of kids that got shrunk, and then they're in their backyards, and I'm guessing they're trying to conquer their backyards. The trailer's actually kind of funny. Like, they're like, the biggest game of 2020 it's Cyberpunk 20 blah blah, and so they're like, oh, it's not this one. And then they do a couple of jokes there, so it looks like it's gonna be a funny game. You get to build houses. So to me, I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna work. I'm guessing it's gonna be an open world backyard type of deal, and you just gotta fight insects with your crew. I'm not sure how it's gonna work, but it looks interesting. The concept, at least, is interesting. Not sure of how fun the gameplay looks. The characters look a little bit stiff there, especially when they're attacking. But I mean, that's never bad. That's not a necessarily a bad thing. There they switched to first person, so I guess honestly it looks fun. Like it looks very unique, very different, and it's basic. Like I said, yeah, it's basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I don't know if you can tame the bugs or if you're always gonna be fighting the bugs, but I'm actually interested in that one. Moving on, we got another DLC. This one's for The Outer Worlds. It's called Peril on Gorgon. Like I said, not happy about DLC, so you can check that out by yourself. Moving on, we have Tell Me Why, which I do not understand how this is a video game. With the song that they have and the story and from what I can tell, it looks closer to a teen drama. And I'll just put a little bit of audio here so you can check out how it's like a teen drama.
It doesn't matter.
All right, let me see.
That they don't believe us.
See, like that
We all
sounds
believed that what happened that night was self-defense.
100% like a show that
But
could
we
be
couldn't be
like
sure.
on the CW. See, I'm gonna move it a little bit forward here so you can
It doesn't matter.
hear the
That
song.
matters.
Moving on. Move. Yeah.
She loved you. She attacked
That-
you. We both saw it.
See, that does not look or sound like a video game. It legit looks like a mystery teen drama. I mean, I'm a sucker for a good teen drama. This one looks kind of weird because I don't know. I guess I don't want to live through a teen drama in a video game. Let's just say not my cup of tea. Again, not my cup of tea. But if you're into this sort of thing, check it out. Again, tell me why. Next, we got Everwild. This is from Rare Studios. Rare Studios has made a lot of great games in the past. You know, they made GoldenEye, they made the Donkey Kong Country and all those stuff, Diddy Kong Racing, I believe Battletoads. And this game looks beautiful. Like, visually, it's a great style, great color scheme. I'll move it up ahead. And apparently you're in this weird, wild world where the main characters interact with nature very well. There's giant monsters, but so far nobody attacked them. They seem to be like at peace with them. I don't know what the game's gonna be about. Like, I have legitimately no idea what the game's gonna be about, or what the objective is gonna be. Usually, games have objectives. Here, what are you just going to be moving around the world with the giant creatures and doing what? There's got to be a purpose to it. So they just, I guess they just showed off the visuals in this one, and they showed off, like the monsters and the magic. They didn't tell you much of the story and or the purposes of the gameplay and stuff like that. But I don't know, maybe there'll be another trailer coming out soon. But this is, again, Everwild. But like I said, it looks very pretty. Next, we have another game that I could not care less about, Balan Wonderworld. And this one shocked me a little bit because it's from Square Enix. I'm a Square Enix fan. I'll just move a little bit forward here. It's a platformer. The game is a platformer, 3D platformer, but it looks really old. Like, if I told you that this is an N64 game or a GameCube game, you'd probably be like, all right, that's okay. That makes sense. It doesn't seem like a Sexbox game or like something that's from this generation. It looks kind of crappy. Apparently, the thing about this game is that you switch costumes, and each costume gives you different power. So that's very similar to Mega Man. I don't get it. Not my cup of tea, but all right. I mean, if you're into it, you're into it, I guess. Moving on, we have, honestly, this was a great trailer. Hello Neighbor 2. If you ever played Halo Neighbor 1, I did not, but I remember seeing it. This seemed like a very stressful game, like very a psychological thriller in a way, very tense. And so in this trailer, for some reason, well, the original game, the main character is a kid, and he suspects his neighbor, and so he's trying to figure out what he's up to, and so he sneaks into the neighbor's house and stuff like that. Here, I'm guessing he's still chasing after the same guy, and you sneak into a house. The trailer is super tense with the music and everything. Let me just put a little bit of music here so you can check it out. I'll move it a little bit forward so you can hear when it's more tense. Honestly, check it out. It's like 2.5 minutes, but it was a really good trailer, really tense, and it made me want to play the game. That's the beauty of a good gameplay trailer, or even if it's just like a cinematic trailer, that if it makes you want to play the game, that's a good trailer. This one actually made me want to play the first one, so I can check out the other one. It looks pretty interesting. Moving on, we have Echo Generation, and Echo Generation is it's an adventure game. From what I can tell, from the battle parts, it's a turn-based RPG. Visually, it looks a little bit like pixelated. It looks a lot like kind of Minecrafty. But imagine with the music and everything. Imagine it's kind of like if Stranger Things. Visually, it looks a lot like I said, Minecraft style, but it's kind of like in the 80s, so it looks a lot like Stranger Things. So let me see. I wrote it down. So imagine if Stranger Things, Minecraft, and Minecraft had a baby, and in a turn-based RPG. So, well, I don't even think it's an RPG. It's just a turn-based game. So, I mean, if you're into that sort of stuff, not my cup of tea. Definitely not my cup of tea. Moving on, and if you noticed, there's a lot. I've said that quite a lot. Next, we have Watch Dogs Legion. This actually looks pretty interesting. I've never played a Watch Dogs game, but because I heard mixed reviews on it, to be honest. This one, you're in London. You sound like you're from London. And basically, the gimmick here is that you can recruit anybody, and by anybody they mean anybody, and they want to make sure that you understand that they mean anybody to be a part of the resistance. And apparently there's private police that's controlling the city, and you gotta, well, resist. So you can recruit literally anybody, and everybody's got their own different set of skills. So it looks fun. It looks like it's going to be a very long, very complicated game, or it could be something that turns really crappy really quickly. But at least it looks fun. It looks funny in the very least. The trailer looks pretty funny, and like I said, I've heard mixed things about the franchise, but this one, it looks like it connects all the good things from all the other ones. So I like it when a franchise figures their shit out, you know? So there you go, if you want to check that out. Next, we got Exomecha. This is a first-person shooter, basically, but there's giant robots from time to time. They're fighting with swords. I think that's pretty much it. There's nothing else that actually distinguishes this game, and it's just another basically futuristic first-person shooter. Like I said, I don't really see anything special coming out of it. And the issue here is that all these first-person shooters, they have to compete with Halo, and so Halo's the standard, and I don't see how these. Well, I saw like a Silver Surfer type of dude, so I guess that's fun. And like I said, giant mechs fighting, but you're not the giant mech. I don't know. I need to see a little bit more. Well, there's a dragon, a mech dragon, I guess. That's different. But I don't see it competing with Halo, at least. No. not impressed. Definitely, like I said, not impressed. And last but not least, appearing for the first time on the Xbox, Square Enix's Dragon Quest 11. Now, this is actually interesting trailer because the original creator shows up and he starts talking in the middle of the trailer. It's really weird, but I don't know. I enjoy that type of stuff. I enjoy seeing people who are not comfortable in front of a camera and that that they're reading from a script, but they're trying to make it look natural. I don't know. It's fun. It's also difficult to tell because the dude's speaking in Japanese. Like I'll give you a little bit of audio here.
1986年に日本で第一作目となる
So one thing about foreign films or anything that you're watching a foreign person, or there's somebody who's speaking a different language, you don't know if they're lying to you. You don't know if they're actually good actors or not. So I can't tell if he's good on camera or not. To me, he sounded a little bit scripted, but I don't know. Anyway, the point is, Dragon Quest will be making its debut on the Xbox, and honestly, this is a big deal. Dragon Quest is one of Square Enix's biggest titles. For a really long time, it wasn't here in America. I don't know why. And making its debut on the Xbox is a big deal. So you can look forward for more stuff there. That was pretty much it. Honestly, that's at least I believe that's it. I don't think I'm missing anything. No, that's it. So that's everything. We covered absolutely everything from the Xbox showcase. Some of them were pretty good. Some things were pretty interesting. Like I said, to me, the big thing was Halo. Halo is it's the biggest franchise that Microsoft has. Is the one that I cared about the most. From there, FABLE. The announcement for FABLE was pretty big. It's a big deal. Senua, I already knew. Avowed, okay, could be good. It just depends on what makes it different from the Elder Scrolls. I need to see a little bit more there. State of Decay, okay. Oh, open. If it's like a zombie fight in the north in the snow, and I can play with my friends, definitely in. I'll be checking out Warhammer as well. Phantasy Star, not really my deal. Tetris, Stalker, maybe, because I've heard good things. Dusk Falls, no. Grounded, I'll check out, definitely. That one looks like it could be fun enough. Like, I really like Ark Survival Evolved, and it looks like it could be that, except instead of dinosaurs, it has bugs. So that I'll check out. Everwild, I want to see a little bit more. And Hello Neighbor, I really want to check that out. The first one, definitely. And Watch Dogs, I'll probably check out as well. So out of the 20-something games, 5 that caught my attention, at least for sure. The other ones are like maybes. Not the greatest showing, not terrible. Like because there's a couple of them that's all right for sure. Like a Halo's a for sure, Fable's a for sure, Senua's a for sure, and which is the Grounded is a for sure. So you got 4 there that are for sures, and other potential ones like Dragon Quest could be. I don't know. I would prefer to have it in the Switch if it's out for the Switch. Any other game that's on the Switch, I'd rather have for the Switch. But you got 4 for sures there. The only question is, why should I get them? Why should I get the Sexbox instead of just getting just getting them for the PC? That's the big question that I'll have for the Sexbox right now. Why should I buy you if the games are coming out for PC or for the Xbox One? So Microsoft, at least in my humble opinion, needs to show me a little bit more there. I'm not fully convinced. Like I'm a Microsoft. I prefer consoles. I don't know why. I don't know why I like having my PC clean from a lot of stuff. I don't know why. I'm stupid because everybody says that it's a better way to game. I like playing in a console. I'm stupid. I guess I like wasting money. But I need a little bit more. I need something that pushes me over the edge to getting it. Otherwise, I'll just get Halo Infinite for my PC, and I'll just, because that's the big one that I care about, and all the other ones are gonna come out there as well. So I don't know what they're doing. Also, it may have been leaked that it's coming out on November of this year. Holiday season, November. We'll see. We'll see how true that is or not. But that's it for this week. Next week, I'll do a recap of Comic-Con. There's a few things that are worthy of note. There's also dates of a lot of movies that got pushed back. Now we got a little bit of confirmation which one's going to be when and where. Some of them were not, some of them it's not great news. But we'll go through that next week. As always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram or at SuperDario_World. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next time.